Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with an analysis and breakdown of the Born of the Gods trailer. So for those who've been following prior sets, WotC puts out these trailers that are stop motion, I guess, or animation of card art. And so you get to see moving card art for cards we haven't even seen before. And it also explains the story going on so far, so we can have hopefully some gems in this trailer as well. I'm going to put the trailer down below in the description. You guys can go watch it at your leisure and hear Mogus is talking and everything, and that's wonderful. This analysis, I'm going to have the volume fairly low and just kind of pause the video repeatedly as I discuss what I'm seeing at any given point and what I'm thinking. So his trailer starts out, classic magic symbol, we expect this. The over voice is Xenagos being all evil and cunning, and he reminds me very much of the character Illidan from the Warcraft series, and in fact the imagery at the end is very much that, which is really cool. So here he talks about how the gods are really petty and all they do is meddle even though they're super powerful beings and everyone loves them. So this is an image that is gorgeous and seems to be, let's go back a second, seems to be the prophet and outside a temple with Ephara, who we just had spoiled tonight, which is freaking awesome, and this artwork looks fabulous. We have a couple of images of her. This is her, the card art as we know it, and she looks gorgeous, moving, animated. She coddles, as Xenagos says, the humans and tries to help them out, presumably with knowledge, because she's a blue-white god. And this is interesting here because it's a statue of her. It reminds me very much of the God of War games, one of the gods has a statue that moves of itself. And here, I don't know if this is a priest or someone seeking her knowledge, but this could probably be some sort of thing like that. Here we have Phoenix in moving awesomeness, and his art's probably my favorite so far. The thing about him is that he's not Lord of the Dead. A lot of people have been thinking he could be connected to the underworld, but I really don't think he is, since Erebos is definitively the Lord of the Dead, which means that he's probably the Lord of Pain and Suffering, some variant of that. I don't know which god he's being taken from in Greek mythos, but here, if we see what he does, he has these flying creatures. They could be bats, they could be harpies. It's very hard to see them exactly. I'm going to guess that they're harpies just because they look more humanoid than bat-like, and harpies are half, they're like bird women, but they're creepy looking, so that would fit the blue-black theme. Though it's strange because I don't see how that could be a playable functional card if he's relating to harpies or something. Or maybe it's just flavor. Here we have he torments humans. So this looks like an Atlas image, even though this person does probably not Atlas. But you saw he had a world or a boulder, and then it got bigger and heavier. And you see these masks flying around. So it very much fits the Atlas feel, but it is Theros. And it is a Theros world that this is happening in, so he's probably not Atlas. But Phoenix is causing him much pain here. Then we see people here are getting sick and dying. They're not being reanimated to our knowledge, in this trailer at least, which means, again, they're probably not the dead. They're probably just suffering some horrible disease. Then Karametra is the green-white, and all she does here, this is the promo, I think, of her acolyte, and she is trying to heal and help everyone stay out of harm's way, which is very much like before her, from Betrayers of Kamigawa. The Green Maoshin also is very much about protecting her land and protecting her people, and very territorial in that sense. And this here is doing that. We have a centaur here, and people. Mogus is here in all his glory, and yes, he looks freaking gorgeous as he's roaring across the plain, sending his minotaurs into a frenzy. What's interesting here, if you'll notice, if you look at his prior imagery, then we had tombstones here. And while here we don't have them, which could mean that this is a two-piece artwork, or could mean that they are changing it for this trailer. Not sure which, but we see his minotaurs are charging. He's in the background leading them along, and Iroas' soldiers. Iroas, we presume red-white god at this point, since we have the blue-white now. He's probably the red-white, and he defends with the humans. And the one who is standing by also, the Sun Champion's hero, is Elspeth, and she's leading the humans of Iroas' city against the minotaurs, and then it goes laughing at the craziness of this all, and they all think that they are saving the day, and guess what? yes, they do win. But the problem is that this mass slaughter and mass combat and lots of deaths, supposedly the sacrifice leads to Xenagos becoming a god. Among the gods, this is actually completely epic. Let me see him here. He's becoming a god. I don't know if this is good, because does he lose his planeswalker abilities and becomes locked to Theros as the other gods are? Because that wouldn't be such a great thing for him if he's a planeswalker. I don't know how that works in terms of his identity. They don't really go into that so far. But here he is becoming all glorious. And here, this is Illidan imagery, which is implying that he's not such a nice guy and that he could be an evil character, which we pretty much got already. Again, his horns are evilness, and I'm not seeing as much Nicol Bolas imagery here, and they're not going to repeat it constantly. Maybe there isn't a Nicol Bolas thing, I'm not sure, but he took his fate among the gods, and he was the god of revel, so he wants people to just revel and have fun, and so he says we'll have to see something about the fates, that you'll face the fates of the night alone or something like that. It's hard to make out what he says at the end of the trailer, but the trailer looks freaking awesome, and you really should watch it in its entirety hearing the thing, because he sounds devilish and cunning and crazy and awesome. And the artwork, of course, is fabulous. He's really just poking out how the gods are fighting their own wars, and he is ascending and being awesome. Question is, does he have a larger plan? And we'll have to see if that is revealed now or as we go into Journey to Nyx. What's going to go on with that, and just how crazy Xenagos will become. Let me know your thoughts about this trailer. If you liked it, tap the like button, and then head down to the comment section. Let me know what you think of the trailer. If you noticed anything that I didn't mention, that would be really great if you can point it out. And if you are looking forward to more spoilers and you haven't seen the previous spoiler video, go check that out. And if you're future spoilers and you're not subscribed, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. As always, Ruxbox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.